People will think you're going crazy because somebody took your shit and ran with it and you're not happy about that. People will think you're going crazy because they're so used to unoriginality, because the algorithm benefits off of predictability, and there's so many people that is playing into this construct, so that the people who are real creators, the people who really are serious about their craft, they are being pushed into oblivion.
You know, there's like something I wanted to talk to you about, but
one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Dupe culture needs to de-word. I don't know what I can and cannot say on YouTube. I follow this girl, just sweet Janice. She has her brand Je Blanche, and ever since she created pieces, I was like, yo, what she's making is so original, what she's making is so beautiful. And I've been following her for like so long. It's so funny because I'm actually not, I normally wear the necklace, but today I am not wearing it, which is so crazy because I wear it all the time. Like, I've just noticed there have been many brands, many even smaller creators that have stolen her design. And I'm just like, this is the problem with dupe culture. Everybody says, oh, I can make that at home. Bitch, no the fuck you can't, because A, that shit low-key looks like shit, okay? And I don't even give a fuck about like seeming like, oh, mean, she's mean, like da da da, because I think a lot of the times when people get on social media, they have these personalities, and I just would rather speak as if I'm speaking to you, like how I would on a cell phone call, okay? Like, this is how I would talk, okay? And I just can't do the fake shit. So I'm the realest you'll ever meet, okay? So going back to what I was saying, I've been seeing these like really renditions of her pieces, and I would like to say like the dangers in that is the fact that you think that you're getting the same product because you created it or someone else created it for cheaper, but the energy that person fuels into making a piece is incomparable, especially somebody like Janice, right? Because one thing about her, you can tell that she does things with intention. You can tell that she has a certain energy when she's creating. You can tell that she smells good, you know. And it's like, when there's too much focus on something looking the part instead of it being an energetic match. And this goes across the board. This goes for relationships, this goes for creations. It's just like, y'all are so focused on the look that y'all don't even question the energy. Like, bitch, what if you bought the dupe and the dupe cursed you? Like, the dupe was a curse, bitch. But everybody just wanna, oh yeah, I can make that, I can do that. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves and say, instead of saying we can make that same exact thing that somebody else created, why don't we go into our vault and create something that is like perfect for us? Her stuff has been knocked out to the point to where people don't even know what the original was. Like, people see bigger brands do it, and I as someone who has followed her for so long, I can look at it and be like, this is Je Blanche. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, y'all might as well take the bitch signature. So yeah, the thing about this dupe culture is that it's not the same materials, it's not the same quality, and moreover, it's not the same energy. Like, it looks close to it, but I feel like we have an over obsession with the way that things look instead of the way that things feel. And I feel like as we are going into this new era, our concentration should be on our concentration should be on less surface level and more spiritual, because this is exactly why we could be having these conversations about people favoring AI more than they favor conversation with an actual human being. And it's not that, I don't know, I'm conflicted with AI because I think it is a tool, and they're pushing this like this is the new agenda, but it's just like nothing is going to beat the real one-on-one energy from a person. It's just a difference in energy. It's a matter of frequency, right? So it's like these people, they think, oh yeah, I can run off with the recipe. Bitch, it doesn't taste the same. It doesn't taste the same. Like, we could tell that you did not use the same milk. We could tell that you did not, you thought you could cut corners with the bread, bitch. It's nasty. Okay? And I feel like it's so disheartening because as creatives, we are channeling our ideas. Like, our ideas come from God, and it's like to see people without that direct line, because one thing about it, you really can't imitate that. And to see people without the direct line try to run off and make something that's similar, it always falls apart. It never works out. Sometimes it looks like it's working out for the moment, but it never lasts. And I've had my own conflictions with people that have taken my design and built like whole brands off of it. I had this thing happen where I came across this girl. She had asked me to create a piece for her, and yeah, I just want to preface it by saying I be knowing shit, right? I be knowing shit. I don't even have to ask. I be knowing shit, right? And like I'm a reader. Like, I really be reading. And so it was like this influencer came to me to ask to get some free pieces, and I was just like over the whole free era, and I was like, no, I can't do that, but if you would like to place an order, you can. And she was like, oh, appreciate that, da da da. Like, I think I said, I don't know if I said all of that. I think I might have said, like, mind you, this was like 2 years ago, right? She messaged me and she's like, hey, can I get a piece for free? I was like, hey, actually, I'm not open to collaborations right now. Maybe I said that. I think as the years progressed, I got a little more severe. And she was like, okay, respect, appreciate that. But the thing is, I think she went to, well, I know for a fact that she went to another crocheter that had a smaller platform at that time. And she sent them pieces of my work, and they did like they did like everything but credit or even ask for like permission to revamp my piece, right? So all of a sudden there's another person that's doing chunky yarns with the skirt, mini skirt with the tassels. And it's so funny because people will send me this person's stuff and be like, hey, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then like something told me, and I have no idea how I knew it was this particular like influencer. I just happened to think back, and I was like, I remember there was just this one particular girl did some snooping, and I was like, yeah, this is around the same time that this girl changed her whole crochet style. I'm talking about had no vision before. Like, it was a start, and that's all that matters. Like, her authentic vision was a start. Everything that I made whenever I was crocheting wasn't always fire, but it was a start. Okay, it was something. It was something that I could work with, right? So needless to say, she ran the wheels off my design, Now she's moved on to something else. And it's so funny because she came up on my For You page and I didn't realize it was the girl because I don't remember the name of the account. I just most of the time know it when I see it. And I was like, the new pieces that she made, I was like, wow. Mind you, I didn't even know, right, that this was the same girl that took my design. I was like, wow, this is really cute. New designs is fire. Went on the page, saw that it was the same girl. Because, you know, sometimes with my business page, I like to follow like other accounts who do something similar that are like inspiring. Went on the page, saw it was the girl who took my host bar for bar flow. And I was just like, yeah, it's just a principle. It's just a principle, you know what I mean? Like, no shout out, no acknowledgement, no credit. Like, I'm good. And I'm kind of past the days of like going on Instagram and being like, this bitch stole my shit. Like, I wasn't feeling called to do that. If I feel called to do that, then I do it. But for that particular instance, I didn't. And you know, it's just interesting because it's like from the outside looking in, you see these people run off with your shit and genuinely, I don't know what happens when a creation is stolen, right? I don't know what happens when a dream isn't deferred but a dream is displaced. I think people can have more powerful I feel like the main takeaway is that people can have more powerful connections to their channel when they do something that comes from their own spirit versus somebody else's. That's just my main take. I also feel like, again, replication doesn't mean that you are replicating this energy, the potency of someone. Replication just means that you're looking at something. For example, a fake Dior bag is not gonna hit like a real Dior bag because it's not the same texture. It's not the same texture, it's not the same feel, and it's not the same vibrational frequency. Like, it's not the same vibration. Do I think that knockoffs are awful? I'm indifferent, right? Do I think that people who wear knockoffs are bad people? No. Do I think that there's gotten out of hand where smaller creators are being exploited or stolen from? Yes, and that is my issue. It's just like, and the more we don't address this and the more we take it as imitation is flattery. Like, no. No. Imitation is raggedy. Imitation is not flattery. Imitation is raggedy. Needless to say, I just want to say, like, I, as someone who has actually supported who I was first talking about, which is Janice with her pieces, I felt really drawn to her, right? And, you know, I look at her and I'm like, yeah, like, she is so dope. She's so creative. And I love the pieces that she's making. These are beautiful. So to see people try to rip it off, no matter the case, I mean, she's gonna win in the end because the way that she creates is unlike any others. But it doesn't it goes without saying that it still hurts. It goes without saying that it's still disheartening. And it goes without saying that sometimes it makes you question, like, damn, maybe they just want this raggedy cheap shit more than they want, like, the experience of my brand. But without a doubt, the people that are for you will gravitate to you, right? And sometimes it does look and feel like, damn, maybe the fake shit is prevailing. Maybe people don't want the real. But the pendulum always swings. One thing about the pendulum, one thing about them tables, they always turn. The pendulum is always going to swing in the other way. And I feel like we are stepping into, the more that we address these situations, the more that we address these predicaments, we contribute to real being the be all end all, right? Instead of, because a lot of these things are just based on, oh, how much money does a person have to be able to market this, versus, and that's how like an industry works. That's what the industrialization brought, right? So I feel like, without a doubt, you know, it's important to speak about these things. It's important to speak up about these things, because people will think you're going crazy because somebody took your shit and ran with it and you're not happy about that. People will think you're going crazy because they're so used to unoriginality, because the algorithm benefits off of predictability, and there's so many people that is playing into this construct, so that the people who are real creators, the people who really are serious about their craft, they are being pushed into oblivion because somebody who is right brained, right? Isn't it the right brain that is more mathematical? Someone who is right brained can be able to tap in every day. But it does put a little fire in the creative's back to, like, you know, maybe I'm speaking for myself. It does put a little fire into the back, because it's like we all have to, I don't know, because I'm like just in the middle about it, because about this productivity thing, about this, oh, wake up and post every day, post 5 times a day thing, because it feels so it feels disingenuous, and also it feels like burnout. It feels like this is the quickest way to get to burnout. This is the quickest way for people to, oh, you flood their feed for a time, and when they don't see you anymore, they forget about you. Oh, you flood their feed for a time, when they don't see you anymore, or they get tired of your videos, they go to the next. They don't give a fuck. And that's why I'm like, maybe I'm just the internet fairy, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you come past me, if you end up in my space, in my field, in my aura, bitch, then you were really meant to be there, and you're a very special person. That's how I'm feeling. That's like how I'm feeling. And I'm like, should I glamorize obscurity? And then I'm like, maybe I should, because it's kind of fun here. Like, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. I don't have to say. And thank you for, and shouts out to the sponsor of da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. Like, I don't ever want to feel like I'm a slave. Like, I don't ever want to feel like I have to attend this in order to do this, in order to get here. Like, especially if it's something that I don't feel like doing, bitch. Especially if it's something like I feel like luxury is whenever you have the ability to say no to what you don't want to do and say yes to what you really, really, really feel passionate about doing. That's what luxury looks like to me, right? Luxury looks like the ability to rest. Luxury looks like beautiful. Real fucking beautiful. And yeah, so this social media thing is so funny. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so interesting, but it's so great at the same time. It's so amazing and beautiful, and it really is what you make it. But I just thought about Janice today, and I wanted to create a video just about that, because like I said, I've been seeing just like the replicas, and baby, God, they're an eyesore. And you know, oh my God, this made me think of another okay, this made me think of another thing too. So one of my favorite brands that I found through Instagram, because I need to be a stylist, babes. I need to be a stylist right fucking now, because I am tuned into the obscure fashion world on Instagram. I mean, not that they're that obscure anymore, but I've been there from the start. I don't know if y'all know on dupe, NY brand, real fashion, real cutesy stuff, right? The girlies that run it, two very fashionable twins, very unique. And I'm sure y'all saw that they dropped a chancla. They dropped like basically what y'all call Chinese slippers, what we call like the hair store slippers. They elevated it and they added a heel so that it's an absolutely fabulous shoe, and every time I wear it I get compliments. But people were like arguing, oh, these are expensive, like, bitch, it's premium leather, okay? Anyways, they got completely knocked off by this other girl who like made these shoes and had asked them about manufacturers and everything. And I felt like it was so unfair, because people didn't like, people in the fashion world was like, oh, do you guys think that this was a knockoff? Do you guys think that, bitch, it's a knockoff, like down to the fucking shoes sold at a different price point so that it's more affordable for other people. And the other shoe was ugly. I ain't like them at all. So it just was interesting to me that these people who claim to be like all about the fashion world, all about protecting these artists, all about this and the third, no one was speaking up about the ugly shoe. Everybody was trying to act like, oh no, this is a coincidence. This isn't, like, people who have large platforms promoting the other shoe, acting like it was a coincidence, acting like it was so creative. Oh, everybody's so creative. Like, bitch, this is not tea. And I feel like more people have to stand up and be brave and say, this is not right. But there's so many people that want other people to agree with them. There's so many people, whether they're right or wrong, they just want motherfuckers to agree with them. Well, if I stand out, if I say something about it, then I'm not gonna look, I'm gonna be on the outskirts. If I stand up and say something about it, I don't even know what this is in, but the whole point of social media was to be able to speak your mind. The whole point of us creating this social media realm was to be able to speak up. And I see like there looks like to be a counterculture of that happening. It's like, oh, only speak up for things that we want you to say. Like, if you have a differing opinion from the masses, they will fucking burn you at the stake. Like, it's really so weird, and it seems to only work on like black women, which is even weirder. And or just like, anyways, back to the point. Yeah, I just genuinely feel like there is not a seriousness that's taken when a small creator, because what we're dealing with now in this new realm is we have small creators stealing from slightly bigger creatives, which is unfair. We have small creators that start out stealing from a slightly obscure niche creator, and then because they have a budget or better marketing, they're making bigger, they're creating an audience that's bigger than the person that they copied from, all in a matter of months. And you know, people will say, oh, business is business, but bullshit is bullshit, and sometimes it stinks. Bars. But yeah, BRB, I gotta add my lippy because who am I without a good lip? Okay, so I think for the most part I'm done with the building the face because I didn't really want to go too much today. But what I will do is do a little spritz of this. Ooh, yes, child. Ooh, yes, child. Good, refreshing spritz. Oh my gosh. Of course, I dropped that. Okay, so now for the lippy. Can you believe a bitch be really using 4 products for her lips? Like, I don't know. I used to think like, that's so extra. Damn, I only use 2 products. But then like, I started wanting it shit to look a certain way, bitch. And but yeah, I feel like dupe culture, you're done, ho. Like, give it up. We're embracing creativity, and I feel like this is all part of a greater scheme to make it seem like, oh, like, bitch, we done dupe cultured ourselves into AI. No, look. Since y'all try to make it seem like anybody can do it, yeah, look. I guess anybody meaning robots too, huh? We done dupe cultured ourselves into AI. And we had no idea doing but ourselves. Because people always love to blame a corporation. Bitch, how the fuck they get that much money? Wake it up. They call the clean room inside the house. Everybody's gonna have to get real comfortable. Because we're in a new age. We're in a new era. And I feel like being afraid or being in fear or being in any sort of lack construct, like, I feel like this whole, okay, this is me on a completely different tangent, but I feel like this whole AI shit is literally just gonna bring us back to ourselves. Like, it's gonna make us realize, because we also have to realize, yo, niggas be arguing every day across platforms on social media. Niggas be arguing every day. It seems like y'all have a low tolerance for humanity to begin with, right? So it's just like, hopefully when we realize, damn, a robot is taking over, maybe we'll have more empathy towards one another. And maybe we'll be able to appreciate one another. Maybe we'll be able to see the significance of human interactions, good, bad, and ugly, because we are all looking in a mirror. Ooh, and the mirror I'm looking at is tea, baby. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is top this off with some, because that's like my new, okay, wait. Actually, I'm editing that out because I said I'm not gonna say nothing until I got some sponsors, and I said I'm not gonna say nothing until I got somebody that's paying me to say it, bitch. Now I'm ready for my close-up. I'm gonna try to pop back up on your feed a little bit more, because or not, I don't know, like, obscurity is so sexy and fun. I just don't know. Maybe I'll just go run off in the forest again. Why you over here looking at me while my girl's standing there?